The U.S. military boasts the most powerful Navy in history, but it's now without a leader after the retirement of its Chief of Naval Operations. That makes the Navy the third branch of the American Armed Forces without a Senate-confirmed commander. That's because Republican Senator Tommy Tuberville of Alabama continues to block hundreds of military nominations to protest the use of federal funds to cover travel costs for service members and their dependents to get an abortion. Now, at the entrance of the Pentagon, 3 black frames hang on the wall where the portraits of military leaders should be. Reuters Pentagon correspondent Idris Ali snapped the photo.
When you walk into the Pentagon, you would have seen what should have been 8 images of the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff and then the different service chiefs. But instead, there are 5 images and 3 empty spots are where the head of the Navy, the Army, and the Marine Corps should be. And it really sends a strong message. It's jarring to see when you walk in that the people, these military officers, these troops are supposed to be reporting to just don't exist. And so you're staring at this, wall, which is supposed to have a number of pictures essentially blacked out. And it really, I think, brings home the impact Senator Tuberville's holds are having.
U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin has said Tuberville's hold on promotions is undermining America's military readiness. The senator from Alabama argues there is no impact. Ali says the impact of blocking more than 300 U.S. military appointments could be felt in the years to come, as soldiers and officers decide that waiting for a promotion is simply too difficult on them and their families.
That is having a big impact on morale because you can't really plan a career. You can't plan military and national security that way. So that's the biggest impact that we're seeing. The second impact that I think we're going to start seeing in the coming months and weeks is the impact on recruiting. It's a major shortcoming that the U.S. military has had in recent years. And so if you're someone thinking about joining the military or, potentially joining the military in a couple of years, you're going to look at the situation and say, why would I join an organization that can't even take care of its people?
While Tuberville's hold can't prevent the Democratic majority Senate from voting on any promotion, Ali says it can drastically slow down the process.
You basically have a situation where the Senate can still vote on these nominees, but it requires them to go to a floor vote, which means that every single senator in the U.S. Congress has to have a recorded vote for the individual who is being nominated. So that can take several hours per person. So if you multiply that by 300 people, we're talking about hours and days to move forward these nominations. And it's important to remember a lot of senators, they have recess, they have a lot of breaks, they have other important business, so they just don't have the time to do this.
President Joe Biden has nominated Admiral Lisa Franchetti to lead the Navy, which would make her the first woman to command the service and to become a member of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. That historic first can only happen if and when the Senate confirms her. Until then, she is forced to lead the Navy in an acting capacity.